Hello friends and family. If you have never clicked on a video of mine before, thank you so much for checking out what's going on over here. My name is Kiara Johnson. I am a professional artist working in digital and traditional spaces. Today I'm going to be starting off with doing some studies of different storefronts. We're experimenting with different ways that people set up their shops for whatever they're trying to sell. I want to expand my visual library as much as possible. So doing these studies will help me do that. I got these references off of mostly Pinterest, or I use the search engine DuckDuckGo sometimes because I'm just tired of Google and them tracking everything I do. Not to sound like a conspiracy theorist. To make things simple and to get to the things that I want to see faster, I use those two things. Okay, so should I just make it a regular square or should I do something a bit more? Well, first we'll start with the square. I think it's like a yellowy orange. I'm seeing a lot of orange. Is it orange? Is my brain working differently than others? Most of the time, yes. Okay, so there's that. I'm just gonna go crazy with the marquee tool, honestly. Or I'm seeing a lot. See, they're not like perfect squares though. Like I see a lot of angles. So let me just start going crazy with the lasso tool actually. Is this called a lasso tool or just have this another specific name to it? Let me see. It's the polygonal lasso tool. The ones where it's like, it's not loosey-goosey. You know, one thing about me is my vocabulary is not SAT appropriate. Let me just tell you that right now. No, see, this always annoys me when I forget to change the mode. And say like you line out something completely, like really complex, but it's on the neglecting mode. Is that what it's called? Do these have names? I'm just making up names for these features because I don't know like what they're actually called. Which is something I could probably fix by just learning what they're called. I don't want to get into values yet. We're gonna ignore that. I'm sorry about the outside noises. Like ever since I've pledged to make videos regularly, I'm trying to figure out how to make this easy as possible so I'm not driving myself crazy. I don't like how that's like that color. Trying to make the pipeline to making videos to editing them as easy as literally what was so funny about that is that my phone literally just told me that I was out of storage. We are back to our storefront. I'm not gonna be too strict about how these shapes are looking. Push this one up. I don't even remember what I was talking about before. I really have no idea. I wonder if I should add more character to this. But how is everyone? How are we doing today? How is life treating you? Is this a good time or a bad time? Or does it have to be a bad or a good time? Could we just like not? We're just like alive. We're just like having a time. We're having a human experience based on human interaction. Oh my gosh. But let's talk about some things going on with what I'm doing, just in case anyone is curious. So my last video, I talked about a show. I guess it was kind of a show, more of like a tabling experience where I was tabling my art, I think it was last weekend, at my old high school. I got hired to work the competition cheer shirts. First of all, I love working on that. That whole experience was really nice. It inspired me to think about tabling more. I'm thinking about making art to go to festivals with. And so I was thinking about like, why don't I actually make a collection of plein air and then set up a booth and then sell my work at these festivals. It's so hard talking and focusing on this. How do streamers do it? They're probably not talking. Well, no, most of them are. Most of them are talking on the stream. Let me know how many of you guys are artists yourselves. I'm not too sure who I'm talking to as an audience. If you guys are just like down for the art, or are you also practicing? I do want to try streaming at one point too, because I do like this format where I'm talking and also it gives off the vibe of like the natural studio environment. Back in art school, you would do the same thing. You would work and you would talk to your classmates around you. It's good to have a balance of, you know, the time that you talk to your friends and the time that you work. I often would talk too much or I wouldn't speak to anyone. So there'd be a stark difference of how I approach my studio sessions sometimes. Like sometimes I would do nothing but talk, and sometimes I would do nothing but work. I'm trying to make this as simple as possible, but like the shapes are so off that they're kind of bothering me. Remember what I said at the beginning? I'm not gonna focus too much on shapes and like the accuracy. Now I'm like, oh, I should have focused more on the shapes and the accuracy, because now it just bothers me that it's not correct. Now it just bothers me. It's a brand new day. I am getting sick, so I am here with some tea, some ginger tea, if you are wondering. I ended the prior recording very abruptly. While I was editing this video, I was like, I need to fill up the space with more talking points. So I went ahead and I finished the storefront illustration. My throat is really hurting. My family is home, so you might hear them. Let me know if this format works for you guys. I know I'm getting better with editing my videos, so hopefully it's not unbearable to listen and watch my stuff right now. So in the first half of this video, I was talking about tabling event that I did, and I also did another event after that recording. So I can talk a little bit about that. It was in New York City. I traveled for it, and I represented women in animation at like a mini con. It was called WakandaCon. It was at a community college. I went and I showed my stuff, and it was my first time putting lots of money into a tabling event. Well, I'm getting more into it. I am becoming more serious about tabling in general, and so I went all out. I asked all my artist friends like where they get their stuff when they go to cons, like where do you buy all of your wall grids, because a lot of what artists don't tell you is how difficult it is to actually get your display to look really, really nice. And I'm talking about like the artist corner or the artist alleys, like where the artists are set up and they have their work. It is so hard to do that, honestly. It works well when most of your work is on theme, because all your colors, and like you gotta think about like your banner, you gotta think about like how you're gonna put all these things together. And if you have a lot of merch, you gotta find like the right display tools to make it work well within like your layout. It's so incredibly difficult. And so actually I recorded my journey on the entire process. I recorded what I bought. I staged my table here at home before I went and did it at the event. I just wanted to make sure that everything was perfect, and I was just putting my best foot forward, because I want to take these tabling experiences seriously, because I do want to do this professionally in terms of going to cons and going to festivals. I want to make that a priority going forward in my art career. Definitely gonna post that soon. I have lots of footage to edit though. It's gonna take a lot of time. If I do everything correctly, it should be coming out after this video. So the 15th. If you are interested on my journey on preparing for my first mini con, please stay tuned for March 15th, because that is when the video is going to be coming out. So next Wednesday. Wednesday is the day where I am here on YouTube. It's just where I'm at. Every Wednesday I'm here, and you'll see me every Wednesday here because I'm here. And hit that notification bell, because that's very important and it helps. I'm wondering what's the next video I should do in this format. I might just do random studies, like a cool draw with me, like a chill with me. My phone just turned off. No, it literally just like turned off, like it was like done. I need to buy a camera, because I do record everything on my phone, but I also need to get in the habit of deleting footage that I already put on my laptop, because my phone, and this is a newer one. In the beginning half of this video, I was filming off of my older phone, which was the iPhone 11 Pro Max, and I got a new one. This is the new one. It's the iPhone 14 Pro Max, so it's the newer phone. And the storage, I got the same storage amount, because I'm like, I don't want to pay more money. And the same thing's happening for the obvious reason that I did not upgrade my storage. I was thinking about if I should try it out, like a draw with me, but it's like 3 hours long. I don't know if I can like start something and finish it within 3 hours, honestly. I'm being so serious with you. It takes me so long to finish stuff these days. It depends. Like I feel like With digital art, I could definitely probably finish it within 3 hours if it's something small like these studies. But if we're talking an illustrative scene from scratch and it's like rendered completely, like full render, then I don't. 3 hours, babe, that's kind of pushing it. Maybe a study, I can do like a few studies within 3 hours. Maybe I can do that. It wouldn't be hard to sit down and work for 3 hours. That is not the issue. The issue is very much my equipment, my camera, my storage. That is the issue. Like, I can't film on my camera for 3 hours because I don't have the storage for that. I'm so excited for when it's going to be summer. I'm dying to go back outside and paint. I haven't done a plein air since last summer. It's the worst. Like, I wish I lived in an area in the world where it was just beautiful weather, and then everything around me, it just inspired me to paint. Really want to go out and paint these days. It snowed 4 inches yesterday and it's like 20 degrees. It's like ridiculous. Not going outside. I only go outside when it's nice weather. Because of that, I have to do most of my plein air studies through pictures, which means that it's really not plein air actually. You're just doing studies of landscapes through photography. Plein air means you're outside and you're painting, but I can't really do that. I can't do that though. I'm definitely going to take you guys with me when I do go plein air. Recently, usually I do feel safe going out and doing plein air. I'm like with other people, but recently when I go to parks these days, just to like run, like I don't go to the parks to paint because it's cold. So I just go to run and then I go in my car and I come home. But recently oh my gosh, I don't know what it is. I don't do anything to attract attention to me, but recently there has just been so many creepy guys at my parks. And it's just like so creepy. I don't even look at them. I have my headphones in, so hopefully that's not going to be an issue in the summer. I don't know what I should do to like keep people away from me when I'm painting outside, because it's just like, oh my gosh, you're painting the woods. Yes, I'm painting the woods. And most people are really nice, but people who are like very creepy, like, I just want to paint the outdoors. That's such like an innocent way of like going about life, painting the outdoors, and it's like unsafe to do that. It's like the most bogus thing. It's like, where can I go where I can paint the outdoors in peace? I mean, truthfully, in peace. Just let me paint grass. Like, don't try to talk to me. I'm painting grass. I wish I could paint outdoors invisible. Like, just no one could see me. I'm a very friendly person. I'm not like, grr. It's just to those people who take it a bit far. Like this one time, maybe I should do a few stories of when I do go plein air. Because I have a few stories where it's just like, it was not a good time. Because, okay, I will tell this story because I'm trying to fill up time at this point. I was at my park, right? I was painting a pathway. As you do, It's like, as you do, you go to your park to paint pathways. That's just what you do. Anyway, so I was there minding my own business, right? I'm painting grass, literally. And then there's this guy that comes over. And, to be fair, it's a public park. He's just walking. I'm like, okay, walk. I mean, like, he's walking. And as he comes closer, I hear him more and more, right? He's FaceTiming someone. He's talking loudly. Whatever, it's a public park. I really don't care. I got my headphones playing. I got one ear open because we're in a public space, right? I'm not too crazy now. I'm not too comfortable now. So I have one ear with no music playing, okay? I gotta be alert. I gotta be aware of my surroundings, right? And so as he comes closer, he starts making comments about the fact that I'm out painting, which is like pretty normal actually. That's like not even the part that annoys me. I'm like, okay, yeah. And usually what I do, I just smile. I'm like, oh, I acknowledge that you are there talking about what I do. Okay. So I'm like, oh, okay, smile. And then I go back to my work. Like, it's just like a quick back to my work. My head, my body turns back to the canvas. Like, it's not like I'm not opening my body up for more conversation. I turned directly back to my canvas. Okay, Like, that's a good hint. Okay, hi, goodbye. You know what I mean? Like, that was it. No. Okay, so then he gets closer, right? I'm like, okay, cool. People do that though. People get close to see what you're doing. Okay. Do that for 3 seconds and then go. Like, I can't. Anyway. He's talking loudly to a young, maybe not young. He's talking loudly to a woman on FaceTime. Okay, whatever. Then I think he like turned his camera around on his phone so that she could see what I was doing. And then he was like, oh, look at this, da 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 da. But then he was still there for like 5 seconds. Then he was like, say hi. I was like, I was like, say hi. He was telling me to say hi to the woman he was talking to on FaceTime. Do you do that? Do you go to random people in the park and tell them to say hi to the person you're talking to on the phone? Is that something we do now? Didn't get the cultural memo. That is what we do. I'm like, hi. Of course I didn't have to, right? I am, okay, my nature, let me explain my whole persona, please. My nature is being nice, right? I do not like making people feel uncomfortable. I'd rather be uncomfortable than make someone else feel uncomfortable, right? That has to stop because I can't. He's like, hi, say hi, whatever. And I did. Oh, I don't even know why I complied. Honestly, because it was just me and this man in the FaceTime, so that's probably it. I was just like, hi, like, what the heck? What is this now? Then he just turns and like walks away while talking loudly. I wish I was not visible to people. I wish I was not visible to people, because who does that? That's one of my plein air stories where I'm like, I don't even want to interact with human beings at the park anymore. I usually don't even try to. Even when I run, it's like a good nod or a wave, because where I live, that's pretty normal at what you do, and then you just keep going. You don't force people to say hi to people you are FaceTiming with, especially when you do not know them. This is common sense, I believe. I believe this is what they call common sense, but maybe it's not common. No, I believe it's common sense. I could do a whole series. But if you are also a plein air artist and you have been out in public spaces and have been put in such weird moments, please let me know your stories. It's hard because we just want to be innocent people painting grass, but apparently that's just not becoming a safe thing to do these days, which is incredibly stupid. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. If you made it this far into the video, please consider to subscribe and like this video. I am so excited that you were here, like you made it this far into this video, okay? Because it is so hard to like edit in a way where you get people to keep watching. It's a difficult thing that I'm learning. But anyway, that is neither here or there. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. I wish you have a wonderful rest of the day. Wish you a wonderful rest of the week. When I used to do YouTube as a kid, I used to have this little outro. I think I said, that's it for me, Kiki, and I will see you next week. Should I say that now? I shouldn't do that. That's so corny. That's it for me, Kiki, and I will see you next week. That's kind of cute though. That's kind of cute. Okay, I will see you guys next week because it was me, Kiki. Good to be. Goodbye, you guys. Thank you so much.